What if I told you that the biggest reason most people stay broke has nothing to do with how much they earn? Imagine receiving a salary today, and 5 days later, you're already counting the days until the next payday. Sound familiar? Now imagine another person earning exactly the same amount. Yet, 5 years later, owning a home, running a successful business, and living without the fear of unpaid bills. How is that possible? This is the story of a young man named Daniel. A man who believed a small salary was his greatest problem. Until one unexpected moment revealed the truth. And trust me, by the end of this story, you'll never look at your paycheck the same way again. Daniel was 26 years old and worked as a warehouse assistant in a busy distribution company. Every morning before sunrise, he boarded 2 crowded buses just to arrive at work on time. His job wasn't glamorous. He unloaded heavy cartons, stacked inventory, swept warehouse floors, worked overtime whenever his supervisor asked. By evening, every muscle in his body ached. Yet every month, when his salary arrived, it disappeared almost as quickly as it came. Not because Daniel had many responsibilities, but because he lived for today. The newest sneakers, weekend parties, takeout meals, online shopping, little luxuries that made him feel successful. For just a few hours. Then reality returned. Before the middle of every month, his wallet was empty. Afternoon. One rainy afternoon, Daniel stopped at a grocery store on his way home. He picked up bread, milk, eggs, and a few vegetables. Nothing expensive. When the cashier announced the total, Daniel confidently reached for his bank card. Declined. He tried again. Declined. The people behind him sighed impatiently. An elderly woman quietly paid for his groceries without saying a word. Daniel stood frozen. Embarrassed. Ashamed. Outside the store, he thanked her. She smiled gently. My son. Money isn't only about earning. It's about respecting what you already have. Those words stayed with him long after she disappeared into the rain. That evening, Daniel searched through an old cabinet looking for something to write on. He found an unused notebook. On the first page he wrote one simple sentence. Where does my money really go? For the next month, he wrote down every single expense. Coffee, taxi rides, streaming subscriptions, snacks, late-night food deliveries, impulse purchases. At the end of the month, he stared at the numbers. He wasn't poor because he earned too little. He was poor because small, careless decisions were quietly stealing his future. The next payday arrived. His friends called. Daniel, new restaurant tonight. For several seconds, he almost said yes. Instead, he smiled. I'll join you another time. His friends laughed. You've become boring. Daniel wasn't offended. Because for the first time, he had a goal bigger than one night of fun. He cooked dinner at home, transferred part of his salary into a savings account before spending anything else. Then he closed the banking app. Whatever remained, he learned to live on. The first month was difficult. The second month felt even harder. Sometimes Daniel wanted to quit. Every advertisement seemed to tempt him. Every weekend invited him to spend. But every time he opened his savings account, even a small increase gave him hope. Little by little, discipline became easier than impulse. Instead of spending, instead of scrolling endlessly through social media after work, Daniel began reading books about money, business, investing, negotiation, communication. He listened to podcasts during his commute. He watched educational videos while others watched gossip. Knowledge slowly replaced excuses. One evening, he noticed something. People who became financially successful rarely depended on only one source of income. That realization changed everything. Opportunity. Daniel loved repairing electronics. He had learned it years earlier from his grandfather. He decided to offer simple phone and laptop repairs from a tiny corner of his apartment. The first week, only one customer came. The second week, 3. Some months, he barely made enough to buy lunch. But he refused to stop. Slowly, word spread. Satisfied customers recommended him to friends. His evenings became busier than his days. 5 years passed. Daniel still remembered the embarrassment of that rainy afternoon. But his life looked completely different. His repair business had grown into a small technology shop. He hired 2 employees. His savings became the down payment on a modest home. For the first time in his life, he no longer feared payday. Because his future no longer depended on one paycheck. It depended on the habits he had built. One afternoon, Daniel returned to the same grocery store where his card had once been declined. As he waited in line, a young father stood ahead of him. His payment failed. The man looked around nervously. His little son clutched a loaf of bread. Without hesitation, Daniel stepped forward. "I've got it." The father tried to refuse. Daniel smiled. "Someone once helped me when I needed it most." Outside the store, the father thanked him repeatedly. Daniel simply replied, "Use this moment as motivation. Not to earn more first, but to manage better." Ending. Many people spend years searching for a higher salary, while ignoring the habits that quietly shape their future. Money doesn't disappear by magic. It disappears one careless decision at a time. And wealth rarely arrives in one giant leap. It grows through discipline, through patience, through small choices repeated every single month. The next paycheck you receive could vanish within days, or become the first brick in the future you've always dreamed of building. The choice isn't in your employer's hands. It's in yours. So here's my question for you. When your next salary arrives, what will you do differently? Share your answer in the comments below. Someone reading your words might find the encouragement they need to change their own life. And if this story inspired you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more powerful life-changing stories, and remember, your income starts your journey, but your habits decide your destination.